Hello, welcome to the Ferris Wheel of the Mall podcast.
Today's topic is Pig Latin as military code.
Welcome, Amblers, to Ambling Through Cinema, our podcast where we walk in the footsteps of creative giants every week. This week, our journey continues with Steven Spielberg with his most famous film, 1941, released in 1979.
Wow. His most famous?
I don't know. His most popular comedy?
Okay, so last week we said we'd never seen it, so how is that possible that we've never seen it?
Trying to build expectations, all right? I mean, it might be his most popular comedy. What other comedies has he done?
That's true. If it's the only one, it has to be the most popular.
As you could also say it's his worst comedy, but, you know, we're trying to look at this with a glass half full kind of thing. A Coke bottle half full, if you will, which you would understand if you watched the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully that was just enough hook to get you to go and check it out.
It's on Retro Movie app, but don't bother. You can't see it.
Yeah, you'll think it's for free, but it's not. And then they'll literally tell you, we're not giving you the complete movie. Nope. Just because we don't want to. I don't know. Maybe some of the reel got left in the ocean. Who knows? Somebody on IMDb did Steven Spielberg's comedy films.
Yeah.
It's 1941, Catch Me If You Can, and then The Terminal.
Okay, The Terminal was not a comedy.
I don't know. It's billed as a comedy drama. And I guess comedy drama is the closest we get. So this is the first comedy that Spielberg did. I think the only one he did. Oh, this is Spielberg's 10 funniest movies.
Wow.
I'm going to look at this list, and if 1941's not on here, I'm going to laugh.
Okay.
And this is on Screen Rant, so it's no legit.
Okay.
Number 10, The Adventures of Tintin. It was a fun one.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that one when I watched it, more than I expected to.
Okay.
Number 9 is BFG.
Okay.
Don't really want to watch that one, because I feel like I'm going to be upset.
Probably.
Number 8, Raiders. Indiana Jones has a lot of comedy in it.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of humor.
I feel like The Last Crusade will be higher.
Yeah.
I think there's more comedy in The Last Crusade.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Number 7, The Terminal. Number 6, 1941.
Are you kidding me?
Number 6 of his...
No.
Number 5, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
What on earth was funny about that?
Well, because they did the thing where they eat the monkey brains, It's just...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And
so
the
much
Kali
humor.
Ma.
Yeah, so much humor there. And the, children working in the mines.
Oh, what was I thinking?
Gold. They were mining comedy gold in there.
That's
what they were mining.
It was the elephant spraying Kate Capshaw.
I mean, anything that made her be quiet was funny to me. Number 4 is Bridge of Spies, a Cold War thriller.
No.
Number 3, Jurassic Park. That was pretty fun. It's got some fun moments. Number 2 is Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
Okay.
And number 1, Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen Catch Me If You Can in a year or two, but based off the premise of what I remember, it definitely leaned more towards having more fun and comedy. So
is that what they're doing? What was most fun?
I mean, when I say most fun, just like comedic, like
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6.
Number 6. How?
They rated it higher than I would.
I would say I've seen 5. This is our 5th movie of Spielberg's, right? That we watched.
Yes.
This is the 5th funniest movie that I've watched of Steven Spielberg for this podcast.
Well, there you go. Well, you can't argue with that.
Where was the Snake-O-Rama? Or the Texas Gold Stars?
Okay.
It's like he forgot what comedy was.
For sure. A little background. We did watch this with other people. Husband Larry. And he decided that, he wanted to watch it because he thinks it's funny. So.
He had seen it in theaters, he thinks. So
probably so.
Yeah.
And then we watched it with Brandon.
Yeah. We hit all the quadrants because then we had Man Who Saw It in Theaters and we had Boy Who...
Never saw it. Never heard of it. And then us, which were trying to go into it with an open mind.
Open mind while trying to make sure we pay attention to anything we could talk about.
I mean, we did find some things.
We did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should just be upfront about this. We didn't like this movie.
No.
So don't expect a whole lot of positives. Well, I mean, we'll talk about some of the things that we did enjoy about it.
Of course.
But don't be surprised if all we do this whole time seems to be just kind of hating on it because we did. So.
Oh, yeah. If it was made today, it would have been canceled. But we'll get into that a little later. So this comedy was a slapstick. Do you know what a slapstick is?
instinctively yes. But like, isn't it just like over the top, like a lot of prop humor kind of thing?
Yeah, physical comedy.
Like
yeah.
Airplane. And
I had to ask Larry because I'm like, what is slapstick comedy? Because, you know, he likes it so much. And he's like the Three Stooges. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah, so a lot of prop comedy and things where you're just like,
okay,
how did that even happen?
So can you tell us who it was written by?
Yes, it was written by Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis, are probably most famously known as the people that were directed and wrote Back to the Future trilogy.
Ah, I read that this movie helped launch their careers.
Into the ocean? What?
Sure, like the Ferris wheel?
That could have been their careers. Just rolling down that dock and straight into the ocean.
Well, you know what? They didn't direct it, right?
That's true, yeah.
Can you blame the writers or the directors?
I blame everybody in this, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially that puppet in the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, remember what I told you? I said, did he lose a bet? Is that why he had to make this movie?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I think it's just he wanted to try something different. He thought he was invincible at the time.
He did.
Everything he was touching was turning into gold.
That's true.
And so he said, you know what? Sure, I'm looking at this. This is kind of fun. I'm going to go ahead and make this movie. And I'm going to control everything and be, I don't know. Like when I was reading it, it just reminded me of like Kubrick's filmmaking. Because you know how he does like the hundreds of takes and he controls every single thing that happens in those movies. Like that's what it sounds like Spielberg was for this movie, which led to him, you know, flopping it and just kind of seeing where it righted the ship, I think we could say, like as far as his directing, where he said, you know what, actually, I'm not the one that's doing it all. I need to remember that from now on.
Delegate.
Yeah, delegate.
You must delegate. Would you say it was because, weren't you telling me he visited Kubrick?
Yeah, so he visited Kubrick. That's an interesting thing about this movie is no one knows what it is, but everybody seems to have opinions on it back when it first came out.
Yeah.
And so he visited Kubrick when he was filming The Shining because Spielberg was about to do Raiders of the Lost Ark in the same soundstage. And so they talk about 1941, and Kubrick actually liked the movie, which was rare. And he said that it would be a great film if it wasn't a comedy, if it was a drama.
Okay, I mean,
I don't really know how it would have worked as a drama either.
I don't either. It was, yeah. It kind of didn't fit in anything.
This is a everything but the kitchen sink kind of movie.
Yes.
In a bad kind of way.
Yeah. So who was your favorite actor?
It was definitely Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. If the movie had been just about Wild Bill and his antics, I would have probably enjoyed the movie a lot more.
He was crazy.
He was, and I liked it.
Yes.
Like, I mean, when he broke when I was joking about the Coke glass earlier, when he was trying to open up the Coke bottle, but he didn't have a bottle opener, he just breaks it against the window and just like chugs it, like water falls it into his mouth. Like that kind of stuff was way more interesting than any of the other storylines we were getting. And even like the scene where he fell, like that was one of the things that they kept in. He wasn't supposed to fall when he was getting into his plane, but Belushi fell, and Spielberg liked it so much he kept it in the film. I think it would have been way better if it was just more about him and less about
everybody else.
Everybody else, 'cause, like, and like these everybody else are people that I've seen and I like, and I always want to see on screen. Aykroyd was just nothing on there.
I know.
John Candy had 2 lines.
I was so disappointed.
It's kind of a problem because it's burdened by the fact that we know what these people's careers are like afterwards.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, okay, yeah, like I love John Candy and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and, Dan Aykroyd and Ghostbusters and things like that. And so you're just expecting this to be like a slam dunk. He's going to be peak Aykroyd, peak Candy. And then there's just nothing there. I didn't even realize, and there's some of them like Ned Beatty. I didn't know it was Ned Beatty until the end of the movie. Oh
my God, that was so funny. We were watching the movie and Tyler says, wow, that's a lot of Ned Beatty comedy, or I can't remember exactly what you said. And I thought you were kidding. I'm like, oh yeah, because it's Ned Beatty. And what did you say?
I just genuinely didn't believe that it was Ned Beatty. Like, I mean, granted, I've only really seen Ned Beatty in the Superman movies where he's Otis, and he didn't, I mean... Yeah. The whole point of the Superman movies is if you wear glasses, you look like a different person.
Of course.
I guess this is true because I didn't realize that it was Ned Beatty.
It worked.
It did. It got me. It fooled me. But like, and we even had like a couple Jaws alumni. Lorraine Gary, for some reason, was this hysterical housewife who didn't want her house to be messed up. So they blew it apart. I was so upset. She did such a phenomenal job in Jaws.
Jobs. Yeah, jobs. here she is, just your typical society housewife, don't
put your feet on furniture.
Exactly. And of course, it's kind of ironic what happens, but
yeah,
I felt like it was a snub to her acting ability. I did learn that she was married to Sid Sheinberg, which we've talked about before. He was instrumental in Spielberg's career.
I don't know, maybe she had fun with it.
True.
It wasn't a good role, but maybe she had a good time just getting to be like hysterical, kind of like an I Love Lucy kind of vibe. Like even with the hairstyle.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Yeah.
That wasn't I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
Because didn't that come out in the 40s?
I believe so, yeah.
So we had a legendary Japanese actor in this film. His name was Toshiro Mifune. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
It's either Mifune or Mifune.
Mifune or Mifune. Okay. So he used to do Akira Kurosawa's films. And I was looking through his filmography, and it just went on and on and on. He had been acting since 1947.
Okay.
So can you imagine how he felt about this film?
I guess it depends on how cool he was with his culture being mocked like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of cringy moments in there.
So I don't know about that one. I mean, I feel like he was probably on top of things, trying to make sure that everything was running the way it was supposed to.
He was not impressed with his extras playing the Japanese soldier, so he took that on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sucks. That means that they were just that good with him trying. Because I can't imagine what they must have been like before that.
Back to your alumni with Jaws. Who did you learn about today?
Oh, Mary Hamilton.
Yes.
The fun mayor from Sharktown, USA. I still don't really get what those people were. Was it like a local militia?
Probably. Just like Sugarland Express.
Yeah, because I tried to pay attention as best I could, and I still was confused as to why these people were on this Ferris wheel doing lookout. And so I think it was like a local militia kind of thing.
I think so.
So he was on the Ferris wheel, keeping an eye out for the Japanese submarine with really annoying guy. So annoying. Who apparently is also the voice of the really annoying kid in the Polar Express, directed by Robert Zemeckis. So the guy's voice must have stuck with him for 26 years.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, there was a puppet, and I don't think it was a commissioned officer of the Navy.
The ventriloquist. Oh, and he was wearing glasses. It was just...
It was everything.
Oh.
Yep. I'm sure everybody was super chill and treated him really well.
Yeah. So another person in this film, I don't know if you know what he's been in, but Tim Matheson.
Name sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
So if you've watched The West Wing, he was the vice president.
Okay.
So what I know him from is... one of the movies I found when I was pregnant with you was Yours, Mine, and Ours. And it was Lucille Ball.
Oh, the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Henry Fonda, I believe. And he was the oldest. And he went off to the army. In my mind, he went off to the army and ended up in 1941.
Being part of 1941.
But he did not turn out so well. He was determined to get in that plane.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Do you know him from anything?
Did you know that he's in Yours, Mine, and Ours?
Yeah, I did.
I remember him in Animal House. I think he was one of the people that was still trying to pledge.
Oh, okay.
He's the main guy.
It's been years since I've seen that. I think I read that when this came out, it was during the Animal House National Lampoon Mad Magazine.
100%.
Yeah.
Because Animal House was 2 years before that.
There you go.
And most of the people in this movie are people that are related to Mad Magazine, SNL.
Yeah.
The National Lampoon family. So.
Oh, for sure.
He was in Fletch, so Larry would be happy about that. He was Van Wilder's father in Van Wilder.
Oh, he was. That's right. Which
actually is probably what I know him the most from.
Okay. Also on a college. I mean, yeah, he's like the every guy.
Yeah.
Who was the every guy you were talking about earlier? It's in everything. John Landis.
John Landis, yes.
John Landis was in this as well.
The director, John Landis, one of his favorite things, it seemed like in the 80s, 70s era was... I'm going to pop up in a cameo for no reason. Like he was in Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Who wants to cameo in that movie?
I wonder if he was an ape. We wouldn't have recognized him.
I think it was just as a human, but...
Okay. Yeah, so John Belushi was definitely the star. I really enjoyed when he had that cigar in his mouth just the entire time.
I told you, Spielberg loves his cigar acting.
Yes.
This is now the third movie I've seen of his where there's somebody that's very big on who's talking while he's got that cigarette or cigar just hanging in his mouth. I mean, even the final scene, it wasn't the final line, it was just him asking, does anybody have a light?
Yes.
After his cigar went out when he for some reason, got into the Japanese submarine to be taken to Tokyo.
So another person I didn't recognize that you had to point out was Christopher Lee.
You know what's interesting? That book that I read, Spielberg, A Retrospective.
Yeah.
They had a picture of Spielberg with Christopher Lee and Toshiro Mifune, and it said Robert Stack. And
oh, no. Wow.
I was like, what are you doing, guys?
Come on, man. Fact check, okay?
Seriously. He was wasted in this film.
Oh, he was. It's just, but you know what? His German accent was better than now you see me, now you don't. 3 or whatever.
Yeah, now you see me, now you don't. I mean, I can't tell you if that was even supposed to be a German accent that she used. It just, I don't know what Rosamund Pike was doing.
I don't know. It was painful. Almost as painful as Mark Wahlberg's hair in Flight Risk. Oh, and his accent.
You just want to know if you need a pilot.
Yeah. Do y'all need a pilot? I don't know. That was crazy.
No, I think it was seamless. He just disappeared entirely into the role.
Okay. Yeah. Along with his hair. All right. So some things that, some fun facts, I guess. The U.S. Army helped with equipment. Real World War II planes and tanks and all that were loaned to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you remember the Hollywood sign?
The Hollywood Land sign?
Yes.
Yes.
So it used to be called Hollywood Land back in the day.
Terrible.
I know. I'm glad they got rid of it. So Spielberg wanted to destroy the sign in real life, but, they're like, no. And then they end up dropping it later. That would have been epic, I think.
Been a hell of a debut.
All right, so let's talk about the true star of this movie. He's got really big ears, and he can fly.
I mean, I don't know if Peter Pan's ears are that big. No, we're going to continue the Disney obsession of Spielberg.
Dumbo.
Dumbo, yeah.
And it's not the absentee father this time.
It's not. No, it's not. I mean, the father was there as Ned Beatty. I mean, I guess we don't know if all their fathers were there.
I don't know.
We didn't have that discussion with him, but
no,
we didn't see the puppet's father. So maybe the puppet's father left him when he was young as well.
Was that supposed to be Pinocchio? I mean,
probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, which one was Pinocchio? Was that Close Encounters?
Yes. Yeah. Close Encounters was Pinocchio.
So so Dumbo was obviously it came out in 1941. So at least there's
consistency. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I did appreciate the wardrobe and the music, the big band era, the 40s and the dancing.
I will say they gave their all into portraying the era that they were supposed to be in. So I appreciate that about the movie.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite eras. So it was nice to see all the costuming and everything.
Yeah.
So, which brings me to the Zoot Suits. So did you know the Zoot Suit riots were a real thing?
I don't even know. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so in LA, June 1943, it would be the servicemen against non-servicemen.
Okay.
And so they would be considered draft dodgers. And so right on site,
Okay.
It was usually racially motivated, but yeah.
In the 40s?
Yeah.
What?
Can you believe it? And then General Stilwell. Now you were telling me about John Wayne.
Yeah, so apparently a couple people that he approached about being General Stilwell was Charlton Heston, who said no. They said it was for the same reason as John Wayne, but I also saw another thing that said that Charlton Heston was upset that he didn't get the part of Martin Brody in Jaws.
Wow.
Yeah, so it might have been a little bit more personal than the reason why John Wayne said no was because he felt it was an anti-American movie because it was mocking the military and mocking Pearl Harbor.
That's true.
Which I could definitely understand. I mean, I was really genuinely shocked that they made this movie. I mean, I know they were trying to make like a satire about people's paranoia and their fear after Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
But it just feels really odd that they thought that this was a way to go and that people would be interested in seeing a movie that's a little bit more mocking the military right after a military tragedy.
Yeah.
Like Pearl Harbor. So I totally understand why John Wayne would have said no. And I actually respect him. I don't know a lot about John Wayne other than, the obvious he's a Western star.
Of course.
And that George Lucas used his voice for the spy in Mos Eisley in Tatooine.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So, that guy that sees the droids, the alien dude that sees the droids? So his voice is like all like mechanical. It takes like sound bites from John Wayne.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah. I don't think he had permission to do that, but that's what they did. But no, I really respect that he told Spielberg, he said that, look, this movie's anti-American. You should stay away from this film.
And he should have.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah,
Spielberg should have listened.
There was a critic that he met with, Pauline Kael, before 1941 came out. During the break, she was asking about 1941. And she gave him a warning, and she said, look, because of Jaws and Close Encounters, we're hungry to tear you down if there's even one flaw, and just kind of tried to warn him, and that's what happened in 1941.
Sure did.
Ironically, she was one of the few people that gave it a positive review.
That just doesn't track.
I don't know either, but...
Why would you...
I don't know.
We're ready to tear you down. It was a nice family movie, but I don't know.
I mean, and she was right, and like, it's funny. I think if it were me, I would have been like, oh, we're a hungry shark, and you're about to chum the water with 1941. That just take them down. But
speaking of chum, I believe I read that Roy Scheider was approached to do the general.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't do it.
Right? So that segues in the best Jaws alum, very beginning.
Yes. That was surreal.
I know.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was watching the beginning of this movie, and I just said, wow, this looks so similar to it, for it to be just an exact parody of the opening to Jaws.
Yeah.
So bold to do it 4 years later.
Right? I think it was the best part of the movie.
It was definitely the best part of the movie.
Wild Bill.
It was definitely the best part of the movie, and it set a high expectation, because you're like, this is actually good spoof comedy.
Okay.
For the most part. Maybe this won't be so bad, and then it just never reaches those heights.
Didn't you look it up on IMDb to see if it was her?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I was curious, because she looked similar, but like,
right.
I mean, how much do you really remember of Chrissy Watkins other than it got her? I looked it up, and it was actually the actress actually reprised her role for this spoof. If you're not 100% sure what we're talking about, it opens up with a woman, going skinny dipping in the water, and you kind of start doing a little Jaws thing, and then something gets her, but it turns out to be the periscope of the Japanese submarine.
Yeah.
She's, terrified. I thought it was really funny that it was like she was part of the Polar Bear Club.
Yes.
That they put that much attention to detail.
Yes.
That, like, why would she be out in December here?
Exactly.
here swimming around. They're like, it's okay, Polar Bear Club.
Yeah.
They do crazy stuff like that. This will be perfect. This will fit just right.
But they normally do it in a group, so
that was true.
Yeah.
Maybe she was scared that they would if she like failed.
Oh.
And so she's like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna train, so that way I'm not gonna walk out there and touch my foot into the water and be like, oh my god, it's so cold. I'll be ready. I'll be tempered. Yeah, it was just a fun little twist that they did, a little spoof on it. We both talked about how it just kind of also just gratuitous nudity.
Oh yeah.
It was a really weird tone to set at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's like this movie, and it's slapstick, so slapstick usually has a lot of it's usually very horny and sex crazy.
I don't understand
the guys, with like Animal House and everything. Oh. So like that's kind of what you come to expect from that subgenre. But it felt very weird when the guy, like one of the Japanese soldiers, looked up and he started shouting out Hollywood because he saw Chrissy's butt.
Yeah.
While she was stuck on the periscope, and it just, I don't know, it really made me feel weird about the movie to begin with. And it just kind of was there throughout the movie, especially with that soldier and the USO dancer. That whole everything related to those two really just made me unhappy to be watching the film. Yeah,
that was pretty cringy. There was a lot of stereotypes and slurs I'm not a big fan of, so
yeah,
I could have done without that.
The one part of Dumbo they showed was with the crows. They didn't have to do that.
Oh yeah. No.
So
I did like the general crying, though.
The general was crying, yeah.
Yes.
No, I was telling Mom before we did this, I said, the way General Stillwell acted and just like his lack of brain, I just could see him coming out of there and being like, we got to get a box of feathers. We're going to make these soldiers fly. They just got to believe. Let's go, men. We're going to fly to Tokyo ourselves.
So this was based on an actual event.
Yeah, I saw that.
In February of 42.
Something like the Battle of Los Angeles? Something like that.
Yeah. I didn't dig into it too much. But yeah, it was very similar.
Yeah, they took out like a power plant or something?
Yeah.
They took a shot at something.
Yeah.
It really didn't lead to anything, but it did highlight the paranoia that everybody had after Pearl Harbor being taken down, which, I mean, is totally understandable if you thought that would never happen.
Yeah.
And it's just...
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Did you notice there was a lot of talk about eggs?
There was a lot of talk about eggs.
What
Very
do you
strange.
Remember?
That soldier, I'm going to look up his name because I'm tired of just calling him that soldier.
He doesn't deserve to have a name,
I mean, okay.
He was a stalker.
Treat Williams' character. He got real weird about getting eggs on his uniform and eggs in general anytime they showed up when he fell into that wasn't there like an egg truck he fell into
At
too?
the end?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
With Marty's McFly's sister, which was a whole other thing too.
Oh, I wonder if that's how she got to be on Back to the
100%,
Future.
for sure. Yeah. They had to have made that connection there for Wendy Jo Sperber to show up.
Yeah. I don't know. She didn't add much to... I don't know. She was very desperate.
Either movies. Yeah, she was a lot.
Yeah.
And she just kept chasing him and he was chasing her. It was, yeah. I mean, because it makes sense that they met here because Wendy Jo Sperber was always the odd one out in that group for me of the McFly family.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously, you got George and you got Lorraine and they're, big time actors. You got Marty. And then, you even have like his big brother who's played by, Mark McClure, who was Jimmy Olsen. So it was always just really odd. I was just like, where did she come from?
Yep.
And I think this must be where they made that connection to each other. I'd like to believe that something good happened in this movie for people. It
said that the egg represented trauma trigger. So sadly, they were kind of making fun of that.
How are eggs trauma triggers?
I don't know. Because they can be broken. I'm not sure. I didn't do a lot of psychological digging about it, but...
So this is like a general thing. Eggs are considered trauma triggers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fragile. I could see it.
Yeah. And then something that got...
Shell
shock. There you go. The military code. What'd you think of that?
The Pig Lion military code. I thought that was pretty fun. Like, that was my favorite part about spoof slapstick movies is always the background bits. Like, remember in the New Naked Gun with cold storage or cold cases?
Yes.
And it was like a freezer that they were pulling the cases out of. That part always is kind of what helps me because like I love Easter eggs. So getting to see like being like, oh, I noticed that they did this little background detail. So when they did the Pig Lion, I thought that was pretty fun because I mean, as a school kid, you're like, aha, I did it. I created my first code.
Yeah.
And no one will ever know what I'm talking about now.
Nope.
And so I did like that bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Pig Latin. That was big when I was growing up. I don't hear it much anymore.
I'm not sure if anybody's fluent anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. Attenlay egg pay?
Maybe. Maybe May.
I don't know. Aby May. So one of the things I found funny was Uncle Sam. Do you remember Uncle Sam? That big old...
The one in the Santa
outfit?
That was very interesting.
With the bullets around him and... What are those called that you put around your...
It's like a bandolier. I think it's called. Yeah.
With all the bullets ready to go?
Probably borrowed it from Chewie.
Definitely. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was, I don't know. I was like, oh, it's Santa. Wait.
I mean, that is so, like, it makes so much sense, though, for that era. I know Spielberg he was very interested in doing at the end, doing a bit where they talked about buying war bonds.
Yes.
Because that's what back in the 40s when they were doing movies, that's what they would tell you at the end, go out and buy war bonds to help the effort. I think it would have been a really fun little bit, too.
It really would have been.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Steve Rogers as Captain America.
Yeah.
Performing everywhere. The USO. So what I took away from this film was, okay, the Ferris wheel was cool.
It would have been cooler if it had rolled into the submarine.
That's true. They really missed an opportunity.
I don't understand why they didn't do that. Because as soon as I saw it rolling down the dock, I said, "Okay, this thing's gonna roll over the submarine."
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, that has to be what happens, or else why would we even do this whole thing? And then it never happened.
No, it didn't.
But it was fun. It was kind of fun to seeing it used as like a lookout, even though it wasn't helpful at all.
And that kid trying to get them down and ended up just
turning everything on.
Yeah. Hello, here we are.
It's just such a confusing movie.
It really was.
All the storylines didn't were supposed to come together in the end, but they did not.
I didn't come away thinking, that was a cool movie.
Yeah, I can't cut out any of this. Like, you're like, no, this storyline didn't have any purpose here. This one didn't have any purpose here.
Wild Bill, that's it.
Wild Bill. Like I said, I'm telling you, if it had just been a Wild Bill film,
flying around,
phenomenal. Like, that would have been a really good comedy of him just going around the U.S., getting into whatever hijinks he gets into.
Okay, what about the gas station?
Gas station. I thought that was really funny how they were like, oh my God, because I didn't think at that time, it didn't really dawn on me that planes aren't supposed to land in front of regular gas stations.
Yeah.
And then he gets out, he says, fill her up with Ethel. And the guy's like, where's the gas cap? Or him burning down the gas station.
You know,
he got the cigar,
he's got the cigar, and of course,
and he's an idiot. So,
so that was fun.
Was it the gas station or the diner that was in Duel? Same desert gas station / cafe location.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and the proprietor was the same person that played the proprietor in Duel.
Snickerama Lady? Was that the same place?
We didn't go there.
We didn't go there.
I don't think we went there. I think this might be the gas station where he sees the boots for the first time in Duel.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what this gas station is.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So you just come out of Close Encounters and Jaws, and I feel like I need to cleanse my palate.
Yeah, I've had too much greatness.
Yeah.
Now it's time to eat my veggies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I found a quote, from him. He considers, Spielberg considers this an important failure. And he wanted to make everyone laugh and blow a bunch of stuff up. And that he did.
Yes, he did, yeah. There was so much explosions. I saw this thing that said Spielberg had to shoot a prop machine gun to tell people it's time to cut because they couldn't hear him yell cut.
Yes, because it was so loud.
Yeah.
They were doing that in a theater, I guess during the preview or whatever. Mm-hmm. The people were putting their hands over their ears because it was too loud. Yes, I did
see that, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my.
He talked about that because he showed it first in Dallas, I think. Everybody loved the Jaws bit. And he said, this is perfect. I'm going to be, this is going to be, I did it. This is going to be a success.
Yes.
And then he said that he thinks that they laughed a collective 4 times throughout the rest of the movie.
4?
Yeah.
Wild Bill.
The
gas station, maybe
the Ferris Wheel.
Maybe the Ferris Wheel. The general crying. I don't know. I found that interesting. Maybe the Pig Latin.
The Pig Latin could do it. Yeah.
The dummy.
Maybe.
I don't know. This was back in '79. So
that's true. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I forgot to mention when we were talking about the Jaws bit.
Oh, yeah.
That this was an idea stolen from the unmade Jaws 3. They had an idea to do a spoof Jaws movie as a third one, and it was called Jaws 3 People Zero.
I love it.
And that was the opening for 1941, and they kind of just yanked that from that script to put it on there. If we just eliminate Jaws 3D in 1941, I think cinema would just be a better place.
It would. But,
although I guess it was the on-screen first appearance of Mickey Rourke, right?
Yes, it was. That's true.
Who I only know from Iron Man 2, but I'm sure he's done other stuff as well.
And Dan Aykroyd, it was his first.
Oh, yes, you're right, yeah. He was doing SNL before, right? And then this is... Also, it makes more sense. We'll talk about it more when we get to Temple of Doom, but I've always wondered why Dan Aykroyd did a cameo in that movie. Mm-hmm. And now it makes more sense that he had a relationship with Spielberg because of this movie. And it's interesting. His character kind of reminds me of Stance from Ghostbusters.
That's true.
Yeah. He kind of has similar vibes, the way that he kind of always goes on and on about regulations and instructions, that he was the only one that knew how to operate the tank. That's very much he's always been the more, he's the dictionary, the encyclopedia of whatever he's talking about. So getting to see a little bit of that in 1941 was fun because, 5 years later, he's going to be the same, but for the paranormal.
I think I read Harold Ramis was approached to write the script for this.
And Ivan Reitman was approached to direct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Ramis... He got into a dispute with Milius and Spielberg over creative differences. Yes. So he left. And Ivan Reitman was first approached to direct, but he was directing Meatballs at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how it kind of, it's like moving parts. You don't know how it's all gonna, if it had been Ramis instead of Spielberg, would it have been better? I don't know. That's more his wheelhouse.
I think if Ramis had punched it up, it would have been funnier for sure. Reitman, other than Ghostbusters, I don't really have much experience with Reitman.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, he's obviously a comedy director, so it would have been funnier.
Right.
So it probably in that world would have been the comedy we were expecting it to be.
Yeah.
But also, maybe it wouldn't have been. I know this movie is not the most military pro-military.
Right.
Spielberg's always honored war heroes, and he's always honored the sacrifices soldiers make. So he tries to come at it from a place that's a little bit more respectful than maybe a regular comedy director did.
That's true.
So we might have gotten something that was just even more just dunking on the military the whole time.
I don't know. Maybe this taught him. I know that his dad was in the army. Maybe this taught him by doing this comedy. Maybe John Wayne got to him.
Maybe. I mean, yeah. Maybe because, he did a lot more movies are related to war, but they were never comedies, and they were some of the greatest war movies that have been made.
Definitely. I can't wait to get to those.
Maybe this was another lesson of, I need to know where the line is for me personally, what kind of things that constitutes a joke.
He said that he was devastated after this movie. So a friend came and cheered him up. You guess who that is?
The best kind of way.
Yeah.
I wish that my friend came over and said, hey, here's a script for a fantastic franchise made exclusively for you, so that way you can get out of your slump.
Yes. That is a good friend right there.
Yeah, right? Yes. So in a way, 1941 gave us Indiana Jones.
Okay.
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we got to honor it for that.
See what happens when we start talking about it? We come in and we're like,
hey, I'm not going to say it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Usually we talk and I'm like, I start kind of getting like, I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe this wasn't so bad. Maybe this part makes more sense now. No, it's not going to happen this one. I know.
But if you're looking for good, clean fun, this is not the movie for you.
Yeah, it's not going to last. I mean, you got that weird thing with Nancy Allen's character being really into planes.
Yeah.
So Tim Matheson's whole deal is trying to get her up into the air. Yeah. Very weird.
Very weird.
You got Treat Williams' character trying to get with one of the USO dancers, and he's just being real forceful about it, which makes you really uncomfortable.
Yes.
The entire time.
Yes.
I didn't know about the zoot suit versus military thing. So
I didn't appreciate that.
The whole big brawl thing that they did, I didn't really understand what the significance of that was.
I guess it
was. So it seemed like even more madness.
But I guess they were not paying tribute to it, but recognize it.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
That brawl part really felt like Blazing Saddles. I guess it's appropriate for the era, but just having a big room full of people, of guys that are just fighting each other and they're just going into different locations, it just felt very like 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Spoof comedy kind of thing. So I guess in a way, that's probably what maybe that was supposed to honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that was in that club just really reminded me of the opening club scene from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, you said Club Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah, Club Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So that's always really fun, getting to see kind of a little bit more of the beginnings of certain sequences that you see take flight later. You could really see how important production design and costume design is to Spielberg from this movie and how he wants it to be era appropriate, which bleeds over into Indiana Jones just 2 years later, because a lot of the stuff just looks like it's the same as what they used for that movie. And I can definitely say, out of anything, costume and production design was on point for this movie.
Definitely. It was a beautiful failure, you know? So that's okay. We're not going to be good at everything we do.
This was also the beginning of Spielberg's relationship with Kathleen Kennedy.
That's right. You did say that.
And I know everybody's groaning right now because she ruined Star Wars or whatever.
Oh, well.
I mean, did she ruin Star Wars?
No.
Was it Disney? We'll never truly know.
Yeah.
But also, she was a phenomenal producer. She produced everything for him for years.
Yeah.
If you look at the Jurassic Park poster, Kathleen Kennedy's name's on there. That's when I found out she was a producer, because I was like, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, blah, 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 blah. And then I saw on the poster, produced by Kathleen Kennedy. I was like,
oh,
maybe she's not so bad.
Yeah.
No, maybe there's some more merit here. And you know him, like he's always somebody that he needs his backers. Kathleen Kennedy was the co-founder of Amblin.
Oh, well, okay.
In 1981, she co-founded Amblin Entertainment production companies with Steven Spielberg.
That's cool.
And her eventual husband, Frank Marshall.
So is that before Indiana Jones?
It would be the same year. So she didn't produce Indiana Jones because she was a junior producer on 1941.
Oh, okay.
And so they created in 1981 Amblin, narrowly missing Indiana Jones. But then she started working as a producer with E.T.
Okay.
So this movie has a lot of merit to Spielberg's journey.
It does.
So I'm not going to go out there and say it should just not exist, because he learned a lot of lessons from it.
He did.
He met a lot of people through it that became a really big part of his support system.
Yes.
Did you know it had a comic book?
I think I read that.
They released a comic book for it as like a way to get people hyped for the movie.
Okay.
And it looked bonkers.
Did it?
Yeah.
I bet it did.
They were able to really just lean into all the madness, and it had that 70s art that's already kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting that they created a comic book tie-in for this movie in 1979.
They also, I think I read that they did it for Close Encounters too.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was the thing to do then.
He probably grew up reading comic books.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if he was really big into sci-fi and westerns, that's probably comic book stuff. So, because he was born in 1946. Oh, also there was John Belushi created a shirt that said Steven Spielberg 1946 to 1941, because he thought that the movie would end his career.
It might have.
I mean, it could have, yeah. If he wasn't Spielberg, it probably would have.
I mean, if he wasn't made of sterner stuff, he could have just said,
"This is
no, I'm
this
done.
is it, yeah.
See ya." And then you wouldn't have Jurassic Park.
It's true. I mean, I would, because James Cameron was supposed to make it, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it would have been a lot more guys shooting at dinosaurs, I think. It would have been mainly what that movie would have been.
And maybe underwater.
Even because he just talked about it. He said that he said my movie would have been aliens, but with dinosaurs. So he said it's probably better Spielberg did it.
Yes.
Oh, I really like the Hollis wood sequence.
Yeah.
Thought that was really funny. I think somebody told him to do that whole bit. Wasn't it De Palma?
That I don't know, but I think it was based on Who's on First.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So there was a whole sequence where because the Japanese submarine is trying to look for the Hollywood, and so they kidnap a man whose name is Hollis Wood, who sells Christmas trees, and his nickname is Hollywood. So they gave him a map and said, "Point to where Hollywood is," and he kept pointing at himself.
Yep.
And then there was a whole bit with a Cracker Jack box and a compass that he ate.
That's right.
Because they didn't have a compass.
They didn't have a compass.
To figure out how to get through California. That bit was...
And then the Lucky Rabbit's food. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But the whole thing with Hollywood was pretty funny.
Yeah, so we had the historian there, and he cringed.
I'm pretty sure he checked out at minute 15.
I think he did.
He started reading manga on his phone. I mean, we get it. I thought it was really interesting that this is the one that the entire family wanted to watch together.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, okay, out of all of them?
I mean...
we sure? Okay. I will say one last thing. Spielberg actually said that this is his favorite march that John Williams ever made for him.
Yes.
So the John Williams score, you could...
I mean...
Mainly forgettable, mainly because I think a lot of it is stuff we've seen that's better in other movies.
Yeah.
And some of it was Little Raiders or Little Star Wars, even a little bit like Proto Harry and a lot of the music. But apparently the Spielberg march, or the march in this movie was Spielberg's favorite. So I thought that was really cool that even in this movie, he still was like, John Williams is still the man.
Different music? I mean,
it probably would. I'm surprised they didn't do more like bring back the banjo, you know?
Oh, no.
Yeah, bring back the banjo. It's perfect for slapstick.
No.
You know, as the Ferris wheel's going down the dock, he's here. So the budget was $35 million.
Okay.
They made 94.9. Not a bomb of any means. Maybe career. But overall, like financially, it was a modest success, I would say. Because like I said, good rule of thumb is always double whatever the movie is, so that way you can account for marketing. So that would put it at 25 million. I mean, I think that's probably... So here's the thing too, and it's like one of the most annoying things. When you get certain directors and certain names attached to stuff, the term bomb becomes different.
Oh.
By standard, a box office bomb is something that did not recover its budget.
Okay.
But some people, like when Superman came out, and people were like, James Gunn, it's Superman. That means this movie needs to make $1 billion not to bomb. And it made... I think over 600, which was 100 million in profit. So it still technically made money, but in people's eyes, because of the names attached, that was still a bomb.
Wow.
And you see that. So like with Spielberg at the time, that's probably why people thought it was a bomb. This man just came off Jaws, came off Close Encounters, has made hundreds of millions of dollars in, the past 2 movies that he's made, which were 2 of his first. So when he made a movie that didn't even crack 100 million, to them, that probably seemed like a flop. Yeah.
For all of you people that are serving in the military, we salute you. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, always. So, but also don't get into a big brawl in the USO building. Yeah,
no.
Come on, guys, have some class a little bit. Yeah. No, so my rating, this definitely, I did not like this movie. I like the Wild Bill stuff. I like the Jaws spoof. So there are like little highlights that made it not a complete and utter terrible movie, but overall, wasn't a big fan of it. So I gave it a 1.5 out of 5.
That's really low, guys.
Yeah, that's. I was trying to gauge where everybody else was at on my Letterboxd.
Yeah.
So I went and looked, and like they were giving it like 2s, 2.5s, and I was like, oh, maybe I should give it a 2. And I'm like, no, I can't.
What on earth would they get a 2.5?
I don't know. There's some people I've seen that give things 5 stars that are like 2-star movies. So everybody's either got something different on their mind, or they just want to be contrarian. Who knows? This movie is directed so well. Shame about that script, though.
Okay.
Did it have good direction? I have a hard time understanding what direction really is.
He did say he didn't have a vision. And I think that's why it ran so long. It was like, 247 filming days?
Yeah.
It didn't have a direction.
Longest,
It was just, I don't know.
That script just, nothing came together. So I can't imagine trying to shoot that and be like, I'm making a full movie out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the people that gave it a higher stars just really talked about like its production values and set pieces and stunts. So I think that stuff has merit. I mean, I've already talked about how well done that they did that. I mean, I think that's what they got an Academy Award nomination in.
They got a nomination for this?
They got 3 nominations for this.
Wow.
Cinematography, sound, and visual effects.
Visual effects, I could see.
Sound?
I don't know.
People didn't want to listen to this movie. How do you get best sound?
No, I can't see that. Cinematography, I guess. See, that's where I get confused. Cinematography, isn't that in the director's wheelhouse?
Well, I mean, there's the person shooting it is usually the one that's the cinematographer.
Don't they shoot it, though, sometimes?
They're controlling it, but
okay.
I think it's... because so, like, Dune, The Batman, Rogue One, there's a cinematographer. His name is Greg Fraser, and he does phenomenal work. And the way he shoots scenes and the way he sets them, I think that is mainly their role, is to be to set the scene and how it's shot. And I'm sure there's some directors that are more specific about certain shots because they the way see it in their brain.
Right.
There's also some that say, I need here's a couple instructions. Good luck, have fun.
Yeah. That's not Spielberg.
Yeah. I've always wanted to look more into what a cinematographer really is.
Yeah.
Because I've always wondered about the parts. That's the thing, too, is like I've always been curious about the different actual parts of a film studio and a film crew and what each part, how does it fit into making a movie.
Right.
And cinematography is one that I've always been most interested in because it just feels so abstract.
It does.
To say cinematography and be like, well, what does that mean? Is it like the way they light the scene? Is that the way the angle they shot? So trying to find that stuff out is always something I've been interested in, but I've never found an easy way for me to learn more about it.
I know. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we've got our running rating. So number 1, Jaws.
Jaws, yes.
Obviously. Number 2,
Duel.
Number 3, Close Encounters.
Close Encounters, right.
Yeah.
I had to remember which ones we were talking about.
And then number 4, Sugarland Express. And number 5,
1941. Welcome to the new bottom of the barrel.
I really thought Sugarland was going to
I didn't think it was, yeah. But now I'm just trying to think, is there ever going to be a time where 1941 gets beat for the bottom? Or is this...
I don't know, because I haven't seen all of the movies.
Yeah,
so.
there might be something out there that's worse. I mean...
There might be.
We're not the type of people that think that just because it's Spielberg, it's going to be fantastic.
No.
Or else we would have been crushed and stopped this podcast today.
Oh, yeah.
And been like, we don't want to do the rest of this.
No. But
so,
luckily, next time.
Yes, next time will be a little bit of a bump.
Yeah.
You know, because we'll finally be able to start tackling one of the franchises that Spielberg, is it one of 2 franchises Spielberg has done?
Yeah.
I guess technically if you count Jaws, it'd be the 3rd. But he only did one of the Jaws.
Yeah.
So we'll say this is his first franchise, and there's a 5th one. Anyway,
yeah.
So there was the beginning of the Indiana Jones franchise.
Yes.
So we'll be looking at Raiders of the Lost Ark with 1981, his next film. Like we alluded to, George Lucas came up with the concept, said, "Hey, Spielberg, you're looking a little sad.
Yep.
Here's a multi-million-dollar project you can work on and to define a generation of adventure movies."
And he said, "Yippee!"
He said, "Wow, and all I got you was this high five."
You're the best, George.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Indiana Jones definitely is a franchise that we all love. So
yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun to go through and just learn more about the behind the scenes on it, kind of a little bit. Because, I mean, we're very familiar with the movies, but just trying to think of it more critically and podcasty.
Podcasty.
Yeah.
I like it.
And a little bit more of what actually went into the movies, I think will be a lot of fun.
I think we learned so much just going through these movies.
We do, yeah. We're only using like a couple books. I do want to shout out to the Minty Comedic Arts on YouTube. I watched, they did a 10 Things You Didn't Know About 1941 video.
Okay.
That I watched to prepare for this because there's nothing we could talk about in this film. So shout out to them. They did a really good job. I learned a lot of really interesting stuff, like that Jaws 3 People Zero.
Yes.
Bit, which was really exciting.
Yes.
To find out that they were going to make a movie like that. So definitely wanted to just shout out to them so that way people, because I think they did one for Close Encounters too.
Oh.
So they might have done it for like all the Spielberg movies.
Oh, we'll definitely have to revisit.
Yeah, so I'll be curious about that. It might be something that I start adding to my supplementary education if he really did do every single Spielberg. All right, so my little Letterboxd review, which I've said in the past, you can follow me on Letterboxd, Birch94, BURCH.
Not the tree.
So obviously 1.5 stars, and then the tagline being Uncle Sam brought you war bonds for Christmas.
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season for bullet storms.
Into the air.
Into the air.
Yes. They look like fireworks, didn't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
The background was very weird with like lightning and stuff. I was very confused on what was happening. I think that's pretty much it that we got for 1941. So join us next episode. We're going to talk about Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Woo-hoo. That's
going to be a fun little post-Thanksgiving treat. Yeah, that will be a lot of fun to talk about. We're very excited about that one. Until then, this is Tyler signing off.
And this is Crystal.
And always remember, through amazing stories and unforgettable characters, we are introduced to these incredible worlds we only dare imagine. And in the process, we discover the heroes in ourselves.
True.
Very fitting for this movie.
Definitely.
You too can be on a Ferris wheel with your local militia keeping an eye out for any kind of Japanese submarines.
Yeah. Don't be the dummy.
Don't be the dummy.